Born in 1972, the Honda Civic has come a very long way. More than 25 million units have been sold in more than 170 countries. India got to see the 8th generation Honda Civic, but then they missed out on the 9th generation. This is now the 10th generation Honda Civic, and it now comes with both a 1.8 litre petrol engine and a 1.6 litre diesel engine. We are going to drive both these models and we are going to tell you what are its new features and how well it drives. This is the Motown India show and my name is Roy P. Tharian. Stay tuned. The new Honda Civic is definitely a good looker, very sporty, very athletic and very graceful. The coupe-like styling of the vehicle with its LED lighting makes it very youthful in character. The Honda Civic comes with a sleek, swept-back bodyline, an aggressive face, a smart rear and bulging wheel arches. The new LED headlights and aesthetically placed position lights on the side and the fog lamps add to the good looks at the front of the vehicle. As the roof slopes gracefully to the rear, you get to see distinctive C-shaped light pipe LED tail lights. The vehicle sits on smart 17 inches alloy wheels. Once you get inside the new Honda Civic, you realize it's quite plush. The plastic and the other material used on the trim, they're quite uber and they're quite luxurious. It gives a good feel. The seats are pretty well made and it gives you support on the sides and thighs and your back, and it's made of very good material. And of course the steering wheel is can be adjusted for rake and reach, but it has to be done manually by pulling a lever here, and that's it. What immediately meets your eye are a 7-inch TFT meter with digital display, a 7-inch touchscreen for your entertainment, 8-way power driver seat and dual zone auto AC. The 7-inch display audio touchscreen uses the Android operating system that supports both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The 160-watt audio system has 8 speakers. The remote keyless entry is standard equipment. The Wave key design has an integrated transmitter in the handle with lock-unlock buttons. With the remote, the driver can simply press the release button of the trunk to open it. Also, for those wondering whether the vehicle will lock itself when the key is inside, need not worry. The smart entry system will not allow the transmitter fob to be locked in the interior. The car also comes with a walk-away door lock feature that automatically locks when the driver leaves the vehicle, provided the key holder's distance from the vehicle exceeds 2 meters for 2 seconds and when no other key is detected inside the vehicle. An audible tone sounds and the hazard lights flash to confirm that the vehicle has locked. The walk-away door lock feature is programmable and may be turned on or off as the driver prefers. The remote engine start feature is only for the petrol automatic model. The remote engine start feature is built into the key fob supplied with the vehicle. This is basically to remote start your car and ensure that an air con begins to cool your cabin before you step in. To start the engine remotely, the owner presses the lock button and then holds the engine button for a second. The Civic's hazard lights will flash, indicating that the signal has been received. When the engine is started remotely, the wipers, lighting and audio systems remain off and the security system remains set. The engine will run for up to 10 minutes after remote starting and can be extended by another 10 minutes. It will then shut off automatically if the owner doesn't reach the vehicle within that time. When the owner does get into the car within 10 minutes or extended period as the case may be, the engine will keep running while the owner unlocks the vehicle, gets in, applies the brake and presses the Civic's start button again, which turns on all the vehicle's systems. There is another feature that is ideal for a hot country like ours. You hard press the unlock button from outside and all the 4 windows will roll down and the sunroof slides open. This ensures that the terribly warm air that builds up inside a stationary car is dissipated by the time you enter the car to drive it. The car has an electronic parking brake that essentially replaces a conventional manual parking brake lever. The car also comes with an electric brake hold function which prevents the car from rolling. Storage spaces are plenty all across in the door panels as well as in the rear armrest. Since we don't have a manual handbrake here, it leaves a lot of space at the center console, on the floor console here, which means your armrest, which can be adjusted, can also be pulled back to create a huge cavernous space here. And there are two bottle holders here, which in a sense can hold 2 bottles or 2 cups depending on what you need to put in there. And these can further be adjusted. One of them can be pulled out and either dumped inside, or it can be put on top of the first one. A redesigned instrument panel made possible by a more compact climate control system opens up added knee room, and the distance between the front and rear seat hip point has increased by 45 mm. The rear seat knee clearance has increased by 55 mm in the new Civic. So as to ensure that your gadgets can be charged, the company has designed a 2-tier smartphone tray with a wire management pass-through for organized connectivity. Frankly speaking, I found this a little irksome, especially when it came to plugging in my mobile charging wire. There's also an additional phone storage pocket on the driver's side. The all-new Civic has analog instrumentation with large tachometer, coolant temperature gauge on the left and fuel level gauge on the right. A digital speedometer is positioned in the center of the tachometer. Steering mounted controls offer a plethora of functions. The I button helps to browse through functions like fuel detail, phone details, music, etc. The ones on the right help you with your cruise control. The all-new Civic has a wider and deeper trunk with 430 liters. This car comes with a sunroof, so you slide it and let's see. There you go. So a lot of youngsters and kids would love this feature, and thankfully vanity mirrors for both the sun visors. Now let me hop onto the back and see what are the features out there. The space at the back, where I am guessing that anybody who buys this car will be sitting at the back, well, there's ample space here and there's enough leg room. The seats by itself are very comfortable. It's got good back support and enough under thigh support, enough space to stretch your leg. And then these AC vents are there where you can adjust the speed. And you'll be wondering, where are the slots for the USB to fit your phone? Well, you can do it. All you have to do is pull it back and it adjusts here inside. We'll show it. So once it's done, you can just, and this comes with an armrest, which again has 2 cup holders, and there is no access to the boot from here. Now coming to the drive part, we got our hands on the automatic petrol variant of the Honda Civic. Honda is not offering a manual transmission for the petrol. It's a 4-cylinder SOHC IV-Tech 1799cc engine with 16 valves. The engine produces around 139 horsepower at around 6,500 RPM while achieving a peak torque of 174 Newton meters at around 4,300 RPM. Since it's mated to a continuously variable transmission, and no matter how much technology has been put in by Honda to reduce the rubber band effect of a CVT, it does creep in. The groaning or the whining of the engine is quite apparent, but that does not mean that acceleration is compromised. It's linear and powerful. The sport mode of driving and the use of paddle shifters enhance the dynamic nature of the car. As for the diesel engine, it comes with only a manual transmission. The 1597cc 4-cylinder DOHC ID-Tech 16 valves engine produces 118 horsepower at 4,000 RPM and 300 Newton meters of peak torque at around 2,000 RPM. Safety has not been compromised at all in this new Honda Civic, as it boasts of an advanced compatibility engineering or ACE body, ABS, EBS, brake hold, vehicle stability assist with traction control, hill start assist, lane watch camera, motion adaptive, electric power steering, and 6 airbags that come standard. The vehicle also has agile handling assist, which selectively uses the vehicle's brakes to improve initial turning response and overall cornering abilities. As for the Honda Lane Watch feature, it is a system that assists with the driver's safety checks by displaying the view diagonally behind the vehicle on the navigation screen using a camera built into the passenger side mirror. This basically enhances the driver's view of passenger side traffic. For car enthusiasts, this 6-speed manual transmission is a thrilling experience because of its sporty nature. The torquey nature of the engine brings in a lot of fun. As for other factors like NVH, suspension, ride and handling, it's brilliant in both the variants. Now that this car will be competing with the likes of the Toyota Corolla, Altis, it's but natural that a lot would depend on the price when it is announced. I hope you have liked this video on the new Honda Civic. If you have, do not forget to like and share our presence on the various social media platforms, whether it is Twitter or whether it's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. Till the next time, ciao, and most important, always belt up when you're in a moving car.